What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute lower body Pilates strength workout. If we've not met before, hi, I'm Margaret, I'm 27 and I'm a certified Pilates instructor. For this workout, all you will need is a set of weights. I'm using a medium set of weights, mine are 10 pounds, and you need one slider. If you don't have either of those things, it's okay. You can move through this workout exactly the same way without them. Also, I have a playlist linked for you guys down in the description. If you want some music, go ahead and listen to that playlist. It is all of my favorite songs, Pilates hype playlist. It's good, 10 out of 10. We'll go ahead and get started just by coming to our mat. I want you to find a standing position with your feet about hips distance apart. We'll take a big roll through the shoulders to open up through the chest. I want you to feel like your shoulder blades are just kind of sliding down and back. Put a soft bend at your knees and just slightly tuck the tailbone under. We'll take 4 deep breaths from right here. It's an inhale to breathe in through your nose, fill your body up with air, let the shoulders lift up to the ears. And then exhale out, we can let all that air go. Good, for 3 more, it's a big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. Good, we'll go for 2, big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. This will be our last one, big inhale. And then we'll exhale out, let everything go. Good. With that last exhale, let's walk the feet out wider than the hips. All 10 toes can stay pointing forward. We'll take an inhale, big bend at the knees, circle the arms up and around overhead. Exhale, you'll hinge at the hips, finding a forward fold. Hands come down to your mat. Maybe it's a soft bend at the knees. We'll take an inhale, lift up about halfway in the upper body, pointing the crown of the head forward, nice flat back. Exhale, we come back down to forward fold. Hands on the mat, you'll inhale, bend at the knees, find a deep squat, as deep as is comfortable. Exhale, you'll press into the heels, press the hips back up, and we'll take a nice slow roll all the way up to stand. We'll move through that 3 more times. Big bend at the knees, circle the arms up and around, hinge forward from the hips, bringing your hands down towards the mat. We'll inhale, lift up halfway in the upper body, pointing the crown of the head forward. Exhale, we come back down to forward fold. Inhale, you bend at the knees, nice deep squat. Exhale, press down into the heels, press the hips up, and then we'll inhale, take our time rolling back up to stand for 2 more. It's an inhale, we bend at the knees, circle the arms up and around. Exhale, you'll hinge forward at the hips. Coming down to forward fold. We inhale, lift up halfway in the upper body. Find that nice flat back, roll the shoulders down and back. Come back down to forward fold when you're ready. Bend at the knees, and then press the hips back up. We'll roll ourselves back up to stand, nice and slow. For 1 more, we bend at the knees, circle the arms up and around. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Find a forward fold. We'll inhale, lift up halfway in the upper body. Exhale, take it right back down. Inhale, bend at the knees. Exhale, press the hips up, and we'll take that nice slow roll all the way back up to stand, restacking shoulders on top of hips. From right here, let's take the left hand to the hip. You're going to sway the hips over towards the right. Reach that right arm up and overhead. Good. Exhale, we take it back through center, and then we'll move the other way, reaching the left arm up overhead. If you haven't been with me before, I'm mirroring you, just so that you know. Sometimes that throws people off the first class. Let's do 2 more each direction. Over towards the left. Good. We'll take things up, and we'll come over to the right. Good. 1 more each way. Over to the left. Maybe you can get a little bit lower, a little bit deeper. Good. We'll take it back up through center, and then 1 more time. We're going to the right. Good. We'll come all the way back up through center. Take a little roll of the shoulders, and I will walk you through the exercises that we're moving through today. If you've been working with me this week, we're doing a Pilates Strength pretty much all week long. So if you have dumbbells, grab those. If you have your slider, grab those. First exercise, we'll be coming into a lunge. I'm just going to turn this way. We'll start with the left foot forward, right foot on the slider. We'll lower down to lunge. You'll stand up, pull weights to the shoulders, and then press up overhead. Exercise 2, we just hold down in the lunge. You'll pull the right leg in, slide it back out. Exercise 3, you'll turn towards me. We go down into a single leg squat and then bicep curl as you come up to stand. We'll come back down into that squat. You can hold weights to the shoulders or weights in front of you. We'll skate in and out through our right leg. Now, we're moving through each of those exercises 2 times. And then before we switch over to the second leg, we'll come down and find a plank. Okay, so you kind of know what's coming. Grab onto your weights, grab onto your slider. We'll start in our lunge. Ooh, good timing me in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's inhale, lower down into our lunge. Exhale, press down into the heel, pulling weights to the shoulders. You'll press up overhead, bring it right back down. You'll keep moving like this. Take it down, bring it back up. Good. Now, if you see me looking over my shoulder, it's because my timer is on the other side of the room. That was poor planning on my part. Oops. Good. Perfect. Now, if you don't have this medium set of weights, that's okay. You can move through this whole class without it. If you don't have a slider, you're doing the same exact thing, just stepping your right foot back to find a lunge and then coming back up to center. We have a little bit less than 20 seconds right here. Okay, the timer might go off before I'm ready. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Take a second. Take a breath. You can put your weights to the side. We'll be doing each exercise 2 times through, like back to back, just so that we can get it out of the way. In my brain, that's what helps me the most, so that's how we're doing things. We'll hop back in, same exact exercise in 2, and 1. It's an inhale, we lower down to lunge, sliding that right leg back behind you. Exhale, we press into the left heel. Weights come to the shoulders, you press up, you'll pull down, and then go back into your lunge. Now, I am confident my arms get cut out of the frame as we press up overhead. They sure do. That's okay. Now, it doesn't have to be a super deep lunge. That's never what's important. It's important that you can find your range of motion and move through it with the most control. Okay, and if you need a second to just pause, take a second, by all means. Good. All right, we're almost there. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. You have the option to either ditch your weights or keep holding on to them. I think I'm gonna go 1 weight for this one and just hold it up by my chest. We'll come down into the left leg, just push out and in with the right leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it down into that left leg. You'll give me an inhale, pull the right leg in. Exhale, slide it back out. Bring it in, slide it out. Good. Okay. Now we're trying to stay as stable as we can in our left leg. You're pressing down into the heel, into the big toe, and into the outside edge of your foot. So think of your left foot as a tripod. If you need a little bit less, you're just going to lift up out of that left leg about 1 inch, maybe 2 inches. If you can do more, you're sitting lower into the left leg. Awesome. Good. We're right at about 10 seconds, so just keep moving, keep breathing. All right, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything can stand up. You can take a moment, take a breath, maybe put your weights off to the side. While we're here, I'm gonna move my timer over to the other side. Here we go. The beautiful behind the scenes, the glamorous life of being a solopreneur, right? Okay, we go right back in, same exact exercise in 3, 2, and 1. We come down into our left leg. You inhale, pull the right knee in. Exhale, slide it back out. Bring it, press it out, pull it in, out, and in. Good. Now, I know when I started to do these Pilates Meet Strength workouts at the beginning of the year, we got a really positive response. So you guys seem to like these, which is awesome. And I'm glad I could reincorporate it into the Reformer on the Mat series. I think just a heavier set of weights Sometimes it's that little challenge that we need. In Pilates, we're so used to using 2, 3, and even 1 pound weights that when we throw in something heavier, it's sometimes just like that little kick in the ass that we need. That's how I feel sometimes. I go through phases like once a month. I'm like, I need to lift something a little bit heavier. We have 2 and 1. Bring things all the way up. Take a second, take a breath. Okay. You're gonna flip towards me. Left foot stays on the mat. We'll continue to slide out through that right leg. Grab onto both of your weights. It's just gonna be a reach down with the weights and then a little hammer curl in 2 and 1. We inhale, sit the hips down and back, reaching your weights down to frame your left leg. Exhale, you'll bicep curl as you come back up to stand. We lower down and then bring it up. Good, we take it down and then bring it up. And again, you don't have to get super low into the left leg. You can stay pretty high. If your heart rate's getting up to a point that you're not comfortable, just take a second to pause. That's what I do. I'm right there with you. Good. Big exhales every time that we come up to stand. You're driving into your left heel, and you'll feel this tomorrow for sure. Good. You got it. All right, we're just here about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Take a second, take a breath. All right, we're moving through that one more time. And then we're almost done with the first side, right? So left leg is burnt out pretty significantly. We're gonna continue to burn out through the right side. Oh, we have 3, 2, and 1. We hit the single leg squat again, lowering down into the left leg, sending the hips down and back, standing back up. You bend at the elbows, pull weights to the shoulders. We lower down, lengthen out through the arms. We'll stand it up, bend the elbows, pull weights to the shoulders. Good. Good, and you just keep breathing through. Same thing with the first go round. You pause when you need to. You take breaths when you need to. You're doing great. Good, it's just about 15 seconds here. Okay, you can do anything for 15 seconds. Good, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. You can put your weights off to the side. And then again, for our skater right here, you can choose. If you want to keep holding onto the weights, hold on to the weights. I think for this one, I'm going to put the weights off to this side. But I want you to make that decision for you. Just, tap in, see how you're feeling. Okay, we're coming down into that left leg. Timer's gonna go off, so if you're ready, go ahead and get there. We sit down and back into the left hip. You just skate out through the right leg and pull it back in. These 4 exercises are ones that we've done a lot in the Reformer on the Mat series, so we're pretty familiar with them, hopefully. Hopefully you like them as much as I do. I think they're really good because they kind of force us to focus on this stabilizing leg. I think so often when we exercise, we're focused on, the parts of our body that are moving, and we're not really thinking about the parts of our body that aren't moving, right? We don't realize how much work is really going into this movement through the left leg. It's a lot, right? And I know it's a lot because your hip is probably like burning up underneath you. Good. Okay, it's just about 10 seconds. And then we pull everything in. We'll hit this one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes up. Take a second, take a breath. Whew. Okay. One more time, we're moving through that skater. And then for 1 minute, we'll make it our way down into a plank. Okay, it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if that timer went off before I did, it's okay. It's okay. Sit the hips down and back. Take as much time as you want to get set up right here. You've got hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, all in line on your left side. I think I'm going to go hands at the hips. We slide out through the right leg and then pull it right back in. Slide it out, bring it in. Good. Good. If you feel like you can do more, you're getting just 1 inch lower into the left leg. If you feel like you need a little bit less, you're lifting up about 1 inch out of that left leg. Good. What I care most about is you are staying stable. You're staying as still as a statue on that left side. Good. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. That's why we're here. We're practicing Pilates, right? We're not doing it perfectly, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to do it imperfectly, and that's how you improve. And when I say sometimes, I mean all the time. That's how we improve. All right, we've got 3, 2, and 1. We'll stand all the way up. I want you to keep the slider underneath your right foot. Step your feet back and kind of scoot away depending on where you've got your mat set up. We'll bend at the knees, circle the arms up and around. I want you to dive down to your mat and then walk yourself out to plank. Both hands will come down about shoulder distance apart. Left foot stays where it's at. Hands stay where they're at. We're pulling in with the right knee and then sliding out. We bring it in, slide it out. Good. Pace is up to you. I'm going to keep it kind of slow. If you'd like to drop down to your forearms and take it from there, you totally can. If you need to drop down to your left knee, you could do that as well. It's just going to change the movement a little bit. That's okay. If you're willing to get creative, then get creative, right? You don't have to do things the same way that I do things. I am not in your body. I cannot tell you how things feel for you. So if you need to make some changes and know that that is perfectly okay. Good. This workout's tough because I'm not giving you a lot of rest. Okay, so you take what you need. We just have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything can come in. I'm going to go to a down dog. That's what I'm feeling right now. We can walk the hands into the feet and then nice slow roll all the way up to stand. All right, we're moving right into the second side. This time, right foot stays down. Left foot's got the slider. We'll grab onto our weights. We start off taking our lunge. It's an inhale to lower down into your lunge, reaching the weights down towards your right foot. Exhale, press into the heel. You curl the weights in, press up overhead. Lower the weights down. We'll reach them down towards the right side and then bring everything right back in. Press it up. Good. Now, the fun part about this week is that we get a Pilates meets strength workout tomorrow. So it's a lot of strength training this week. It's a lot of circuit training this week. So just stick with me. If strength training is not your favorite, that's okay. I don't take offense if you don't want to do my workouts every day. I promise I don't. My mat got all twisted. It's like my OCD is kicking in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Take a second, take a breath. Let me readjust my mat. This is gonna drive me nuts. And again, now I've ended up with my timer on the wrong side. It's okay. Okay, you know what we're doing though. Same exact thing on the other side. We'll burn out the right leg. The timer's probably gonna go off before I'm ready, so if you're ready, just get right into it. We inhale, lower down to lunge. Exhale, press into the right heel, pull those weights up, press up overhead, bring it home. Reach the weights down, let gravity help you on the way down, and then work against gravity on the way back up. Good, and you'll just keep moving like that. If the weights start to become too much, they are the first thing to go. I always say the weights are a fun accessory, but if you're not having fun, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I always tell you, you can do all of my workouts with no equipment, no matter what I say at the start of the class. Right, we just have to be comfortable doing something different, okay? All right, timer's probably gonna go off here in a couple seconds. There it goes. Okay, stand it all the way up. Again, you've got options. You can put your weights off to the side. You can use one weight. I'm gonna go one weight for this one. We're just taking a scooter, moving in and out through the left leg. Collect your thoughts. That's what I like about having the timer on the screen. You guys can see when it's time to go, okay? It's already gone off. I hear it in my ear with a bell. Okay, we pull the left leg in, we slide it back out. Now, the other nice thing about doing classes on YouTube is that you can pause if you feel like you need a longer rest period. Just pause the video and start it when you feel like you're really ready to go and you've recovered. Good. I think that is what makes these classes so challenging, is the really short rest periods. Okay, so if that's not quite for you, make it longer. Totally make it longer. Or you could even make the working periods a little bit shorter. That would be fine too. I'm all about you figuring out how to make these workouts work in your body, in your life, at your fitness level, right? That's what I'm all about. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stand everything up. Maybe drop the weight for a second. My problem with the weights is I always get a little bit sweaty. I know if you guys are here doing the mat workout, you probably didn't do the reformer workout. I got so sweaty, I could barely finish this class because I couldn't grab onto the weight anymore. Okay, we have 2 and 1. Same exact exercise. You're coming down into that right leg, sliding the left leg back. Just hold that weight by your chest, either 1, both, or none. Pull it in. Slide it out. And if you don't have a slider, you're doing the same exact thing, pulling the foot in, stepping it out. Bring it in, step it out. It's the same exact thing, right? The slider really, honestly, it doesn't make that big of a difference. The nice thing about it is it gives us that same glide that we get on the reformer. But if you don't have it, it's okay. It's okay. And I really do try to show, as many options as I can, because I think equipment's another kind of like barrier to fitness, right? If you don't have it, you feel like you can't do it, but you can. Even if you have no equipment, you can make just about everything work. Good. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stand everything up. Take a second, take a breath. Okay, you'll turn towards me or whatever direction you're in your room. Right foot stays down. Left foot still has the slider. We'll take our lateral or single leg squat. The timer's gonna go off, but I'm not ready. Okay, you have 2. And 1, grab back onto your weights. Okay, we take an inhale. You slide out through the left leg, reaching the weights down. We'll stand it up and let's bicep curl towards those shoulders. Inhale, reach the weights down, framing your right leg. Stand it up, bicep curl. Good. Good. Oh my God. We haven't done a Pilates meets strength video in so long. And I always say that these classes are the ones that challenge me the most because honestly, I steer clear of a lot of heavier weightlifting. And 10 pounds isn't super heavy in the grand scheme of things, but when I'm used to using no weight or 1 pound weights, 10 pounds feels impossible. So for me, they are really, really challenging. But if I remember correctly at the beginning of this year, you guys really liked them. We have 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stand things up. Whew. Take a second. You can put weights off to the side. We're moving through this one more time. And then we have our skater. You guys, we're almost there at the end. That's why I like the timed workouts. I like the timed workouts. Okay, we have 5, 4, 2. Okay, here we go. I'm just mentally trying to continue to hype myself up. Lower down, bend at the elbows, bicep curl. Good. Woo! I'm having fun. Are you having fun? You can lie and say no. I mean, you can lie and say yes. You could lie and say no too if you're actually having fun but you don't want me to know. Oh my God, my hands are too sweaty for the weights right now. Gotta put them off to the side. Always, I wish that this room had a ceiling fan, but especially when I'm filming workouts. Good. Okay, remember if you need to put the weights off to the side, put them off to the side. You're meeting yourself where you are at. Okay, and there's no shame in that. right? It's a beautiful thing to know what your body needs and to be able to provide that for yourself. Timer went off. You're probably like, is she even paying attention to the timer? I am, I swear. Mostly I'm paying attention. Okay, 3 exercises, and then we're in cool down. All right, you are right there. You're doing so good. We'll come nice and low into the right leg. You've got 2 and 1. Let's sit down and back into the right hip. You'll pull the left foot in, slide it back out. I'm gonna go and exhale to pull in. That's what I like. And inhale to reach out and find length. Bring it in, slide it out. Good. Awesome. Okay, we're doing really, really good. I feel redundant saying that, but I mean it, and I need to hear it right now too. We're about halfway through, and then we get to stand things up. If you feel like you can do more, can you get a little bit lower into the right leg without your back arching? That's the key. No arching backs. Good. Good. All right, here we go. We're just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand all the way up. Okay, also the playlist I'm listening to right now, I'm gonna put it in the description and I will make sure to say it at the beginning of the video. Margaret, remember. It's my Pilates hype playlist. It's like all my favorite songs. We have 3, 2, and 1. So if you listen to it, just listen to it on shuffle. Listen, the vibes are immaculate on this playlist, but if we don't have the same taste in music, you might hate it. My fiance hates my taste in music, and you might hate it too. It's like trashy pop. That's what I love. It's what I love. And I would sing along, but I'm not going to. I'll dance along though. Right now I've got Sweetest Pie in my ear, Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa. Can you get a little bit lower into your right leg? All questions are rhetorical. Answers are always yes. Unless the answer is no, then by all means, come up a little bit higher. Good. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stand everything up. Good news is we're done working the legs. Bad news is you're making your way towards the back of your mat. We're gonna dive ourselves down towards the mat. Reach the arms up and around. Exhale to dive like you're diving into a pool. Walk your hands out to plank. Okay, and then we knee pull. That timer's going off. We pull the left leg in, slide it out. Bring it in, slide it out. You're trying to keep your hips nice and level. Good. Big exhale as you drive that knee in. Think about pulling hips and rib cage closer to each other. Good. We're pressing up and away from the mat. If you want to drop to the forearms, hey, go for it. You want to drop that right knee down? Go for it. Same exact thing right here. It actually works pretty well with one knee down. Okay, if you need to pause, you pause. I get a lot of comments from you guys saying that your wrists hurt in positions like this. And if your wrists are hurting, it's okay to take a pause, right? The bad news is the best way to strengthen your wrist is weight-bearing exercises like this. And that's not what anyone wants to hear. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Slide that left foot out, press hips. Woo! Press the hips up and back. You can put your slider off to the side. Let's press the heels down towards the mat. Press the chest towards the tops of the thighs. Ooh, wow. Okay, we'll bend through one knee, press the opposite heel down. Switch it over through center, pushing one heel down, bending the opposite knee. One more each side. We bend and press. Bend and press. Good. Okay, from right here, let's walk feet in towards the hands. All right, feet will go about hips distance apart. We're going to bend at the knees, and I want you to take your hands off of the mat, reach opposite hand for opposite elbow, and then just let your upper body hang a little bit. Woo, letting the spine decompress. If being upside down like this is feeling like a little bit too much, or if all the blood is rushing to your head, by all means, please come out of it for a moment. Whew. Good. Okay, from right here, let's take the hands down to the mat. You'll keep your right foot where it's at. We're stepping the left knee back, and you can drop your left knee down. Okay, both hands stay here. All we're going to do is lift up through that back leg, press the hips up to straight legs. We'll inhale, bend at the knee, drop the back leg down. Okay, play around with it. Figure out where you need to put your legs. If you can press, or if you can lift your toes up as you press your hips up and back, awesome. That'll give you a little bit of a bigger release at the hamstring on the right side. Let's just do one more. Press up and back, two straight legs, driving the left heel down, lifting up to the right toes. Good. Everything comes back in. You can drop your bottom knee down, untuck the toes. Left hand stays where it's at. You're going to inhale, open up through the right side, reaching fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, we'll take things right back down. I want you to tuck your left toes under, press into the hands, lift up through that left knee, step your right foot back. Woo! We'll do the same thing on the left side. Left foot steps forward. We can drop the right knee down. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. I dropped my knee and my hip was like on the edge of cracking. Anyway, TMI. Exhale, we'll lift up through that back knee. I want you to press the front leg to straight, maybe lifting up onto the heel, driving that back heel down. We'll bend the knees, everything comes to the mat. Keep moving like that. Press the hips up and back, two straight legs, and pull it right back in. Let's just go for one more. Press the hips up and back, straighten out through that left leg, driving the right heel down. Good. Everything will come back through center. We drop the right knee down. Keep the right hand where it's at. You'll inhale, open up through that left side, reaching fingertips up towards the ceiling. Woo! Are you shaky? I'm shaky. Damn. Let's pull the left hand down, tuck the right toes under, lift up through that knee. And very carefully, we will step the left foot back to meet the right. From here, let's walk the feet in towards the hands. Nice and slow. We'll take a slow roll up to stand, rolling up through the spine, stacking shoulders on top of hips, lifting the crown of the head up. Oh man, am I sweaty. Once you get up to the top of that roll up, you can take any other stretches you feel like you need. You are all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know down in the comments. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you in our next video. I just can't resist you. You got me thinking love.